All right, so I want to talk to you guys today about Ventoy. I think it's how you pronounce that. It's a bootable thumb drive maker, new bootable USB solution. And according to their website, they have already tested 560 plus ISOs, and 90% of DistroWatch distros are already supported. Very, very simple to run and to install. So I'm going to create a thumb drive with this and then boot a VM to it so you guys can see what it looks like. From what I've seen so far, it works really well. So just go to downloads, and then of course, if depending on what version of operating system you're running, they have one for Mac, one for Linux, and one for Windows. Of course, this is a Windows 10 machine, so I'm running on there. So I've already got it installed on this 128 gig Patriot memory. One of the reasons I'm using this one is because I've tried installing E2B or Easy to Boot on this thumb drive before, but it wouldn't work. It wasn't supported. It works with Ventoy just fine. So I'm going to click on install. It's going to be formatted. All the data will be lost. Continue. Yes. And of course, double check to make sure that you're okay with it. And yes. And it goes through and it creates a couple partitions. And then it's very, very simple. So if you have it installed on the drive, as you can see, Ventoy on the device is 1.0.29. And there's an update comes out. You can update it the same way. You just click on update. It'll update the version that's on the drive. So let's close it out. And then we have, I have a bunch of ISOs here to put back on the thumb drive. I had a different thumb drive with Easy to Boot and had all of these on it. So here's the drive, Ventoy E. Open a new window. So I was kind of thrown off. So the first time I created this, I opened the drive up, there's nothing in it. You know, like I say, I was used to Easy to Boot, and there's a ton of files inside Easy to Boot. Grub loader and all kinds of different things dropped inside the root of the drive. So with this one, it's just empty. It's kind of threw me off. So I'm going to drop a couple over there. Komodo's kind of small. Arch Linux is kind of small. And Clonezilla, I'll drop Clonezilla over there just so you guys can see what this looks like. Okay, so there's the drive set up. I'm also going to start it up with VirtualBox. I want to make sure that the drive mounted like it was supposed to. I created a virtual disk image using that, so I could actually boot the thumb drive, so you guys could see it. So I'll do that in a later video. So I have a Pop! OS machine, virtual machine here. Go to settings, and I've got test2.vmdk. You see it's no longer available. I think it's because I just wrote over it. So I'll go ahead and fix that, close that out. And I'll go back in, open VirtualBox as administrator. Let's see, run as administrator, yes. I mean, all of this is just to show you guys how it boots up without having to do it inside another physical machine. So Virtual Media Manager, going to release, remove, and then I'm going to keep it because I don't want to delete it. I've actually recreated it. So I'm going to add a new medium, local disk C, test2, and now that's all done. All right, so settings. Going back to this drive, and I'm basically I mounted the thumb drive as a hard disk or VMDK. So test2.vmdk, and you can see there's 117 gigs. That's my Patriot thumb drive. All right, so make sure it's going to boot to it. Hard disk is first. Hit OK, and start. So if all goes well, it should boot to my thumb drive, which I just created with Ventoy. So there we go. So this is what your boot menu looks like. I don't see a countdown or anything. You just pick which one you want to boot to. These are the three I just dropped on it. So here's a Komodo Rescue Disk. We use this a lot. Doing the virus removal tests. So for those of you who haven't done the virus removal test, this is from my students. I severely infect a computer with several thousand pieces of malware, and you have to go through and find them all. And for everything that I find after you get done is 5 points. So it's a fun test, at least for me. So yeah, I mean, it seems to work just fine. Like I say, this is a virtual machine. You guys can see this is running in VirtualBox, and Komodo is running live off of this thumb drive. So there's a new version to download. So I'll close it out. I'll do that later. Anyway, that's what I got, guys. Check out Ventoy. It seems to work really well. And like I say, with 500 some odd, 560 plus ISOs have already been tested with it. And you can see here they're on their boot menu. They got CentOS, Windows Server 2016, Deepin, OpenSUSE, and Ubuntu. Anyway, I like it a lot. It's a whole lot easier to use than a lot of the ones I've tried. Just drag and drop, and then you have a boot menu. So, thank you.